You were told that working harder would set you free. Wake up early, work longer, sleep less, and one day success would finally arrive. But for millions of Americans, that day...
Before you forget, the ebook that can change how you learn is in the first pinned comment. Click now to unlock it.
Day never comes. They work harder than ever, yet somehow feel further behind. The problem isn't laziness. The problem is the game itself. Hustle culture sells a dangerous promise that more effort automatically creates more freedom. But freedom is not created by effort alone. Freedom comes from leverage. Most workers trade time for money. The wealthy learn how to multiply time. That's a completely different game. The hustle mindset rewards busyness, not necessarily results. Many people confuse movement with progress. They're exhausted, but they're not getting ahead. Every year feels exactly the same. Work, bills, stress, repeat. The system loves busy people because busy people rarely stop to think. And thinking changes everything. The richest people aren't always the hardest workers. They're often the best decision makers. They focus on outcomes, not appearances, not social approval, not being the busiest person in the room. Hustle culture trains people to sell every hour. Wealthy thinking asks a different question. How can this work without me? That question creates systems. Systems create scale. Scale creates freedom. Notice what disappeared from that chain. Constant frantic effort. The hustle crowd often mistakes exhaustion for ambition. But exhaustion is not a strategy. Burnout doesn't create wealth. It destroys focus. And focus is where opportunities live. Look around. The people bragging about working 80 hours a week are often the same people with no time, no flexibility, no control, and sometimes no real progress. Meanwhile, another person works differently. They spend more time thinking than reacting, more time building than chasing, more time creating than consuming. First, nobody notices. There are no applause, no viral posts, no motivational speeches, just quiet, consistent progress. And over time, the gap becomes impossible to ignore. One person is still running. The other built something that runs without them. This is why hustle culture can be dangerous. Keeps your attention trapped. And attention is your most valuable asset. Because what you focus on grows. Distraction grows. Debt grows. Stress grows. Or wealth grows. The difference is where your energy goes. Most people never question the script. Go to school. Get a job. Work harder than everyone else. Hope everything works out. But hope is not a financial plan. A strategy beats motivation. A system beats willpower. And ownership beats endless labor. The people who build wealth think differently. They ask better questions. What creates value? What solves a problem? What keeps producing results tomorrow? Those questions change everything. Because wealth is often invisible at first. It doesn't always look impressive. It looks boring, consistent, repetitive, disciplined. Exactly the opposite of hustle culture. Hustle culture worships activity. Wealth rewards effectiveness. One keeps you busy, the other moves you forward. That's why so many hardworking people stay stuck. They're giving everything, except attention to the bigger picture. The question is...
Comment below if you're staying until the end. What's coming will reveal the hidden shift most people miss. The one that turns confusion into surprising clarity and results.
Is not how hard you work. The question is what your work is building. Is it building a paycheck? Or is it building ownership? Is it creating dependence? Or creating options? Because real freedom comes from options. The option to say no. The option to walk away. The option to choose your time. And hustle culture rarely gives you that. It keeps you running inside the machine. Always moving. Always busy. But never asking where it's all leading. The saddest part? Many people wear burnout like a badge of honor. They celebrate exhaustion, as if being tired were proof of success. But wealth doesn't care how tired you are. The market rewards value, not sacrifice alone. You can sacrifice years, decades, even and still end up stuck. Because effort without direction is expensive. The truly wealthy understand something simple. Time is more valuable than money. Money can return. Time never does. That's why freedom becomes the real goal. Not endless work. Freedom to choose where you live. Freedom to choose how you work. Freedom to choose who you become. And none of that comes from blindly working harder. It comes from thinking differently, questioning assumptions, challenging old beliefs, building assets instead of excuses, creating leverage instead of stress. That's the difference most people never see. They see hard work, but they don't see leverage. They see income, but they don't see assets. They see effort, but they don't see strategy. And strategy changes outcomes. Maybe that's the lesson. Work hard when it matters, but never confuse motion with progress. Because motion feels productive. Progress creates results, and results change lives. The next time someone tells you to hustle harder, ask a better question. What am I actually building? Will this matter in 5 years? Will it matter in 10? Or am I just staying busy? Those answers can change your future, because the future is built by today's decisions. Not today's emotions, not today's pressure, not today's noise. The people who win long-term think long-term. They plant while others consume. They build while others complain. They focus while others chase distractions. And eventually, the results speak for themselves, without needing attention. That's the irony of real success. It often looks ordinary. No flashy lifestyle, no constant hustle, just intentional choices repeated for years. So before you hustle harder, pause and think. Are you building freedom? Or are you just staying busy? The answer might change your entire life.